Hello, guys. We are here once more at Super Pop TV, and this time with an independent artist from Texas, USA. This is Dave Moore, and it's all about Americana, country rock, and mixing with different music genres like rock and also pop rock. Let's ask him what kind of music he's doing. And Dave, just let us know where you are and who you are, just for starting.
Okay, thank you, by the way, Will, for this opportunity into Super Pop TV. This is pretty exciting. I'm in Northwest Texas, very rural part. I grew up in Dallas, Texas, in the Metroplex area, but moved when I retired and brought my studio out here, built it up, and started getting back into the music. I took about 17 years away from it to raise a family and didn't pick up an instrument or anything. And so I'm getting right back into it, and it's been a lot of fun.
Great. So you are at the studio right now. I can see it on the background, right?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
That's amazing. You have many different guitars there on the background. It's like a dream studio. Is it like yours or you work at the studio?
No, this is mine. This is a bedroom in my house.
Oh, guys, I want something like that for me. That's amazing. It's
Well,
like paradise.
I'm a musical pack rat. I never throw anything away, and I started multi-track recording in the 80s. So I've got so much stuff around here. I've got a lot of musical toys.
Great. I have to ask you, how old are you?
I'm 66.
Wow, that's amazing. And you know, I just feel like it's an honor for me to have people with a lot of experience in the music industry and recording and people that was doing that transition from analogic to digital CD and then streaming services, internet, etc. I can imagine that you could survive that. It was so aggressive, that transition, I think, and you could survive and keep making music. That's amazing. Adapting and keep going and keep going. That's incredible, man. That's amazing. So I want to start with this question. Was it difficult to do that transition from analogic to digital?
No, not. I was fortunate. I started out with analog. I had an old Tascam reel-to-reel four track deck. and I just learned to bounce back and forth. I still have that thing in the closet over there. It's
Wow,
very, very
great.
heavy paperweight now.
That's amazing, man. I love it.
But before I started my family and put the music down, I bought I believe it was a Fostex DMT8. It was one of those early hard drive recorders that was digital. So I was able to start into the digital era at that point before I took my time off, and now it's just amazing with the DAWs and stuff that you can record studio quality music in your own house. So
Yeah, a lot of people are using just a laptop and microphone, etc. But the experience is still needed, and you have it. So it's not only having a laptop and a microphone. They need that experience, and you have it. So people, I always say for those starting now, try to learn with people that have more experience. Don't go only for tutorials on YouTube and the internet. Obviously people can learn by themselves, it's good, but try to learn with those with more experience. It's a really good attitude, and the benefits are huge, because at the time was the way music was done was a little bit different. And if you compare with now, there is a lot of music made on the microwave that you just put on the microwave, it's ready in 4 minutes. So it's not criticism, but we need to learn to do music with more details, etc. And normally those with more experience are those doing that kind of music, more details and more genuine with their own style. And I believe that you have your own style, because I was listening to your music a little bit. I was very curious. I couldn't do that because it should be a surprise, but I know that you are mixing music genres, right?
yeah, a lot of the stuff I've just released my second album. My first album released in November of 2022, and about 6 months I turned this new album out. But I'm using a lot of old tracks, and I had all these songs were written, a lot of them when I was a teenager. Um, I've done some newer recording, and I'm slowly transitioning to that. But I'm using a lot of the old tracks to get started and get the ball rolling. I'm 66, so I don't have a lot of time to mess around and wait. So I have used a
So
lot of,
you are keeping your signature.
yeah, I mean, a lot of this is acoustic based. A lot of the old writing I did, my sister gave me an acoustic guitar, a little 12 string, I'm sorry, 6 string, when I was 16. And I just picked it up and got a chord book, started playing. And the next thing I knew, I was writing songs. And so I've got a lot I've got 80 something songs that I still remember. I might have lyrics to songs, but I have no clue what the melodies were. But there's probably over 80 songs I've got that I still know. I know how to play them. I know what chord progressions I use. I know the melodies. So it's been fun. And that was a lot more rooted back in 70s, 80s style. I grew up in this, in the 60s and 70s was my main influences of music. And so uh, I'm not criticizing any music at all, but music was so much more organic back then. It was, getting into the 80s and 90s, and music became such a big industry. Uh, People would find a formula and go with it. And so the music all kind of started sounding the same because they'd use the same mix formula and stuff like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That finally I have somebody that agrees with me. Exactly. I can say that. I will give some criticism here. So at the time music was more organic, and I feel that there was more connection with the audience because of that. Was something more personal.
I have to agree with you there. I think because it was more organic, because it was written from the soul, and the industry wasn't so big that you had the major studios taking over everything. And like I said, it just like just like in anything, in TV, if they find something that works, then everybody starts copying it. And the next thing you know, you're seeing the same thing. Every time somebody comes out with a hit something, then everybody wants to follow that mold it's a money industry. And it wasn't so much back in the 60s, it was just growing and getting started. So you had a lot more differences in sound and uh, just the more organic feel to it. And I'm not cutting music today. It's uh, there's really spectacular artists out there. I'm just talking about for myself. Uh, I
Yeah,
I
but I totally agree. That's it. Let's be open. Let's be honest and direct to the point. That's it. Young people from today, they know it as well. Because I see a lot of young artists complaining exactly like, oh, everybody's doing the same kind of music. Looks like everyone is doing electronic music and that's it. So they are complaining too. But I think there is a time that the market that's more electronic is saturated, and then start bringing artists doing more personal stuff as well, more organic as well. So I feel that it's coming step by step, just because of the saturation. For example, Spotify has right now 68 million tracks that nobody was listening at least once. Can you imagine? There is a lot of people sending music to Spotify, and there is no people listening, enough people listening to that right now. So we need to find new ways to discover new music, and the organic ones get more connection with the audience through social networks too, and then obviously those artists just stand up, you know. And this is a natural process. It's not something artificial or forced, you know. So my suggestion is for the younger ones to making organic music like Dave Moore. So if you want to find Dave Moore music, we have to go to Spotify, Dave Moore and Westridge, or Twitter, Dave Moore 1056. Or the best spot is his website, davedmoore1056.com. Is it right?
Yes.
Great. Now, can you give me some explanation about the name David Moore and Westridge on Spotify?
Yeah, and let me go back to what you were just talking about as far as the organic music, and then I'll go over
Great.
to the Westridge. Um, One of the things I find exciting about today in the industry is that small artists such as myself can get heard. Back in my day, you had to sign with a label if you wanted any chance at all. And of course, with signing with a label, you signed away your song. You no longer owned it. They took uh, part of the profits. Of course, they have a big PR machine. Well, now today, if you're an independent artist, you have to do your own PR. The other day, I was in here for 5 hours straight on the computer just doing PR work. But the admin work is part of, if you want to get heard, it's easy to get it out there. It's another thing, as you were pointing out, to get heard. And that's where you have to put the business hat on, take off the music hat, and start working on learning how to promote yourself.
Like doing
And
your own marketing.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, on the getting to your last question, Westridge comes from. I'm getting back into music partly because a very good friend of mine who passed away in 2013, a phenomenal guitar player and just my best friend. He was a great guy. Uh, I'm doing this a lot to honor him. I've got a lot of old tracks that he and I did, a lot of songs we wrote together. Uh, and his name was Jim Patterson. And you could see some about him on my website. And also, he actually plays guitar in some of the tracks. As I told you, some of this stuff was recorded a long time ago. So I've got some of his guitar tracks in my releases. But I put the Westridge mainly because David Moore is a very common name. So to make it easier for people to find me, I had to find something else to add to that. So in honor of Jim Patterson, Westridge, there was an apartment complex where we met originally and used to sit around and play acoustic guitars for hours, called Westridge House Apartments. And that's where the,
Oh, that's the place then. All
yes,
right.
that was in Denton, Texas. I don't even think they exist anymore, but that was where Jim and I met. Uh, and that's the reason for the Westridge.
Can you see how this is so beautiful? Can you see how there is history behind even the name you use on Spotify? You should write an article and put on website about it, or even making a music, a song, releasing a song in honor of this, the history behind the name you use and this friendship you had. It's something that connects with people. People just they get it's nostalgic, it's good to listen about it. Would be interesting, especially live, a live presentation.
Well, Will, just to let you know, this was my first release right here.
Yeah.
And the very opening song is called Westridge House Stomp.
Oh, we are connected. We are in the same vibe.
Yeah, you were just a little bit late on connecting, but yeah, that's I already did that. That was a song that Jim and I always enjoyed playing together, just on acoustics. I added drums, and actually Jim plays acoustic guitar on this track. I've got
Okay, well, the first album then, not this one. Okay, now I
yeah,
got you. Amazing. Is it on Spotify too?
yes, sir.
Can we start listening to that music then? We are going to listen to another ones, but can we start with that one?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I will just explore your Spotify. Let me go there. This is the album 17.
Yes,
Great.
it's the first track.
Here it is. Right. Right. Let's play that song then.
Hey, hey, baby, won't you look at me? Tell me, honey, what it is you see. Is it good? Does it make you want to look some more? Am I the guy you need? Will you let me always lead you, baby? Will you be my special bride? You know you'll have to run and hide no more. Hey, hey, baby, you're looking mighty fine. Won't you come on over and spend some time with me? I need you here to keep me company. Won't you always love me true? Make me smile, don't leave me blue today.
Wow, I love it.
I'm the one you really need, so you better have conceit to love me. Hey, hey, mama, you make me feel so good. Come on, honey, hold me like you should in your arms. Fill my empty heart up with your charms. Squeeze me tight and kiss me sweet. Make love be the rising heat for you. When you're standing close to me, I know there's just one place to be with you. It's with you. With you. It's with you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Whoa! I just loved it. That's incredible. For real. I just loved it. You know, just a guitar and drums, and it's done. That's enough. You got like goosebumps.
Well,
I love it.
thank you, Will. I appreciate it.
That's amazing. I love when I feel it, you know. And again, if I could watch you live, a live performance, oh man, I was going to watch you and put my sign. I love you. For real. For real. I'm connected with that kind of music, and I'm very eclectic. Okay, I love all kind of music, even electronic music, and I work with production too, and promotion and distribution. So there is nothing that I don't like, but obviously I like those with that connection, and you have it. Touch me here inside, you know. And I love your voice too. That's very peculiar, and that kind of music that if I'm listening, like curating music, and I listen your voice, is that kind of voice I can identify. There is a signature. Oh, that's David, for sure.
Well, thank you for the compliments. I appreciate it. That's like I said, that was one of Jim and I's. We had a lot that we enjoyed playing, and that was always one of our favorites that we would play together.
Great. I have a question here. So about the album, the new album that was released this month, in the beginning of May, right?
Yes, sir.
And the first song is "Our Trip in the Sun." Am I right?
Yes,
Is it the lead single?
it is. I'm learning as I go along. I've learned with the new streaming platforms, you're good to put a really as strong as you can at first, which I feel like I did on the first one too. I really like Westridge House Stomp, but I wanted to open. It's also different. It's I'd say it's kind of got an island sound to it more. It's just a song that I wrote that was somewhat a little bit different. And once again, it was another case where I recorded everything. 4 songs on the new album were all new recordings, including Our Hot Trip in the Sun. I recorded every bit of that, all the guitars, everything. It is a song that Jim and I used to play together. So I went back to old recordings we did and listened to his guitar parts and did my best to put his guitar part, play it myself, and put it into the recording.
Great. So if for those that don't know you and they are going to visit your Spotify right now, what kind of music that you just suggest for starting exploring your portfolio, for example?
Well, I would think Our Trip in the Sun would be a good start. It's because it's different. Christine is almost like a progressive country song. You is more kind of traditional rock. Down by the Sea is a very acoustic tune. The Lemming Song is more rock. So it's I don't.
It's difficult for you, I know. Every time
I
I ask
I
this
don't like
question.
it. I like. I've always liked that. That's Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin. I not only fell in love with Led Zeppelin because of their music and his guitar playing, which were both phenomenal, but his production abilities, I think, have gone kind of overlooked. A lot of people understand it, but Jimmy Page produced everything Led Zeppelin did, and he was
Great.
a phenomenal producer.
Right. So let's explore then Our Trip in the Sun, all right?
All right.
Great.
go sing and have a whole lot of fun while we are taking a little trip in the sun. We'll get up early one morning, pack our bags and run. We'll disappear for a weekend while taking a trip in the sun. We'll go dining and dancing in the town. You wear white to show where your skin turns brown. Return to our room and then we call it a night. 'Cause we want to be ready to play in the morning light. Feel the breezes flowing, I feel your body near. Then I hear you whisper words into my ear. The second day we will fish from the pier. You'll get a flounder and I'll drink a cold can of beer. We'll leave early that evening and start the long ride back. Halfway home you'll fall asleep in my lap. Once we get back to Dallas, it's all a memory. Our little trip in the sunshine, could it ever be?
My microphone was off. Great, amazing. I just loved it. Can you hear me now?
I can, yes.
Right. Just amazing. I love very traditional. I I I was imagining drinking a beer and just listening live performance of you. I need to go to Texas. I need to visit you, man, for real. Um, so this song is like more slow, more sentimental, more emotional. And you told me there is one that's more rock. Which one is it?
Um, You is a more mixed rock. The Lemming song, although it's kind of a long song, but it's kind of rock also, but still based on acoustic guitar. You is one that I'd say if you want to hear some of the rock, I'd go with you because that's once again that's Jim Patterson playing electric guitar in it, and he was a real talent.
This Gene Patterson.
Yes,
Right. Oh, he's on both albums.
yes, he has so, and once again, like I said, he's passed away in 2013. But
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And there is here on your biography, there is some information about the songs we can hear him playing. I Owe It to You, guitars and drums, Westridge House Stomp, acoustic guitar, You, electric guitar, the Lemming Song, electric guitar and chorus, and Rhyme or Reason, guitar. Is it right?
that is correct. Yes.
Great. It's incredible. You gave the chance for people to come here on your profile, on your portfolio, on Spotify and listen to his art too. That's very impressive, very positive and beautiful to see. That's good. I like it. So let's go to you then. That's electric guitar. Uh, electric guitar. Yeah, by Patterson, James Patterson.
A cool, crisp autumn breeze lets me know the winter's freeze is coming soon. I walk alone this quiet night, stirred deep inside by the awesome sight that harvest moon. Though I'm lonely, I don't feel pain. A thought of you and I smile again. Words can't explain the deepest love I've ever been in. To have a dream and then awake, it's grand to know it's no mistake, you're for real. So far apart, I can't let go. I need a special way to show the way I feel. Girl, I love you. I cannot change the words for free. I can't explain. The times are different. The song remains the same. You see the things I do and how they all lead to the focal point of life is you. And though my song may top the charts, there is no warmth, no loving heart to take your place. And while I dream of your return, for years on end the fire will burn and I will wait. Babe, forever you'll be the one. You took this loser, but how I won. I met somebody who can always turn me on.
Wow, 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 wow. I just loved it too. Come on, man. I can't believe you are not here in the UK. For real. You should be here. Oh, I should be in Texas.
A lot of my influences growing up were straight out of the UK. Will Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Bad Company. Uh, I loved what they called the British Invasion music.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I can identify some features, but there is a lot of Texas on that too, because I identify some a little bit from country rock. It's so good to listen to. I like it, and this particularly this song, "You," it's I identify some melancholy, but it's so positive to listen to, nostalgic, and that backing vocals, spot on, amazing. The guitars, no comments, because that's special. And your voice, man, it's so amazing how you adapt to some songs that are more acoustic and how can I say, more emotional, and then a song that's more rock with electric guitar, and more, how can I say, rock and roll, a little bit more aggressive than the other one, but you still adapt. Your voice is spot on. I just love it. Perfect for me. It's the kind of music I put on my personal playlist. That's why I'm gonna follow. So, for those trying to explore new artists, new music, just go to Spotify, David Moore and Westridge, or go to his website, davidmoore1056.com, and you can find all his social networks and also his music and more information about him, or Twitter, davidmoore1056, and Facebook too. But Facebook, you said you are not using a lot, right?
Oh no, actually, I probably have more Facebook presence than most of the other social
Is it the
platforms. I
same
think
name?
once again on Facebook, you could go to my website and get the link from Facebook. My I don't understand this Facebook stuff. Forgive me, but my when I pull it up in the URL, when I pull it up, is a big old long number. It's not just David Moore. So I see some people that have their names there, and I don't know how they've done that. Uh,
No, it's okay. So if you go to your website, then we can find all social networks, including Facebook.
that is correct. Yes.
Perfect, perfect.
Hey, Will,
David,
real quick, I want to tell you that picture you're looking at right there, in the background, that is looking out my backyard at a storm that was rolling in. I'm also a storm chaser. I'd like to say hello to my friends in storm chasing. Uh, that is an actual photograph from looking out my back door.
oh, that's great. It's a little bit dark, a little bit melancholic, but I love it. Even the brown color match with your music, and also with the album covers. That's good. That's a good visual here. I like it. And it's strange that you talk about music and also about chasing storms. That's totally opposite. But now I'm curious, why chasing storms?
I've always been fascinated with weather, and I in 2016 I started watching a lot of YouTube videos about tornadoes. A phenomenal guy named Pecos Hank. You can look him up on YouTube. He's also a musician. You can find him on Spotify. One of my favorite songs always has been called. It's one of he goes under Southern Backtones on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Spotify. It's called Angel Serenade. It is just a hauntingly beautiful song. But he is an amazing producer, puts out these YouTube videos of chasing storms, and he's got a great sense of humor. He's a very talented individual. And I got to watching him and decided I'd like to try it. Did some research on different storm, different tour groups, and wound up with a guy out of New Zealand. Took a tour with him one year, and I liked it so much. I said, "Hey, if you ever need a co-driver, let me know." And the next year he called me up, and for until the everything shut down with the travel restrictions, I was running with him, co-driving with him on tours across the plains here in the U.S., chasing storms. And it was always a week or 10 days of just beautiful weather. This is his storm group Chasers. If anybody's interested, Peter Wharton, is a good friend of mine now. In fact, he's out chasing right now.
I'm just speechless because, man, you are just crazy. Chasing storms. Jesus Christ, don't die. For God's sake, we need you alive making music. Jesus.
Peter was very, very safe. Believe it or not, your biggest danger in storm chasing, other than the other chasers, is lightning. It's not tornadoes or hail or anything like that. It's lightning.
Oh my God. When I was a kid in Brazil, I was in a region that's in the center of the country, and there is a lot of lightning, etc. And electricity explosions on the sky and some storms too. And my house was destroyed by a storm. And
Wow.
I just got a huge discharge of energy on the roof. It's just exploded. I was 3 years old, and I was when my parents came to try to find the kids inside the house. My brother and sister was behind the bed, and I was in the middle of the house without the roof, raining a lot, and pieces of roof coming and cutting the dogs, and the cows, because it was a kind of a farm. And I was just looking to the sky and a lot of electricity coming. And the doctor just said, "You should be dead." They said to my parents, "This boy should be dead. It's a miracle he's still alive, because that was a tragedy." And maybe, as I believe, nothing is by chance. I had some mission in my life that I wasn't dead, so I'm still here.
Well,
A
there you
little
go.
bit crazy.
See, you're a natural storm chaser. You should try it sometime.
Oh, don't tell me that, because I just want to go to Texas, and now you invite me for the adrenaline, for the adventure, and also to watch you live. Come on, Dave. I'm gonna do that next year.
Well, come
Oh
on out,
man.
Will. We'd love to have you. Yep.
Come on. So it would be amazing. Wow. So I want to check now, because I just saw here one more thing. Let's go here on your biography, that you talk about a lot of hobbies like soccer, tennis, frisbee, snow skiing, volleyball, football, golf, etc. Photography too, plastic kit modeling. What is that?
Did it as a kid. It's funny because I haven't built any in a little while, but when I first moved out here and we bought this place rural, I was stocking up. I've got a whole closet full of them that one of these days when I have time to get back to it, it's just kind of, like I said, my brother and I as kids built a lot of plastic, especially airplane models. But
Oh, airplanes. Okay, I know. I have my cousin loves it too, like models of different airplanes and rockets, etc. That's amazing. My son would love it. That's good. That you have a lot of things. I have to follow your lifestyle here. I will try to do something different in my life, because you do a lot of things. I don't do those things. Come on. I think I'm just losing my time, because you are doing a lot of fun stuff here and also making music. I want that too. That's good. So, one more song. Can we explore one more song? But
Okay.
I need a suggestion, right?
Um, I would say go to the first album. It's a real Americana called Outbound. I think that is a little bit different, and it's more Americana. Uh, kind of, I don't know. I have a hard time distinguishing between folk rock and indie, and I'm not good with the genres. So, but
Oh, don't doesn't matter because we love the mix of music genres you do. It's just amazing. You don't have to care about it. Don't give names. Don't give labels. Just make music because your music is amazing. Okay, so what is this song about? Outbound.
it is actually a lot of the songs I write, as you've already heard, is were brought about by. I like to say I write about human interactions, emotions, but a lot of them were emotional. Like I said, I was writing them when I was in my teens and young age, and a lot of them were
Let's say relationships.
exactly. A lot of them were influenced by relationships, whereas Outbound was more of just a song that came about. I came up with the riff uh, on the acoustic guitar, and the words just popped in, and they actually don't have anything to do with relations, so it's a little different.
I have a question about it because I asked this question for many different artists from different music genres. Is it true that you compose better music when you are heartbroken?
I think yes, music is emotional. I mean, look at what U2 came out with, coming out of the what was going on in Ireland at the time when U2 came out. So much of American rock and music came out during the Vietnam War. I think music is an emotional expression, and I think when people are going through emotional times, uh, they tend to tie that into their music.
Okay, okay, makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so are you married?
I am, yes.
Okay, did you have any situation that was like really heartbroken, or even during the teenage years, that uh, resulted in some song specifically?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Which one?
Um, let's
I will
see.
give you some time to think. I will play Outbound, and you can think
Okay.
about it.
All
Great.
right.
Let's go.
Outbound, white picket fence. It's tough to breathe because the heat is so intense. Swirling wind, it gathers up the dust, and people run to avoid the dirty gust. So this is life, it's all the same. We are all winners, but we play a losing game. About the time you think it's driving you insane, think again. A thundercloud, it blossoms to the south, too far away to quench the dryness of the mouth. Tumbleweeds wander to a dream, heat waves distort to complete the arid scene. But such is living, and such is death, that either you are breathing or you've taken your last breath. And all along life keeps on putting up the test. Who is best? sunset, it rolls across the plain. One dying ray strikes off a distant outbound train. Air now still with the passing of the day. The heat is still oppressive in each and every way. It's time for sleep now, to travel on a dream, to drink from the oasis of the flowing crystal stream, to rejuvenate my soul so I can do it all again.
Amazing, amazing. I just love it too. No, there is no song that I just said, "Oh no, what this one I don't like." Like, no, not my type. Oh, I just loved all of them for real, Dave. Amazing.
You're very kind, Will. Thank you.
No, I'm just being. Look, when I don't like, I just say I don't like this one, and I even give tips for when I like. It's for real. So, about the other song, I asked about heartbroken, real heartbroken situation.
I would say probably Worldly Girl out of the first two albums I've done. That was on the new album.
This one.
It was, yes, it was written about basically my first love. I was just head over heels with her, and it didn't work out. And this was
Heartbroken.
it's just kind of, to me, a hauntingly and this is, well, I did use some of the old tracks. Now the vocals I did, and my voice is, I'm still trying to get it back, because after taking off almost 20 years of not singing, not doing anything, I actually spent about a month and a half on a treadmill or riding an exercise bike and practicing singing every day, just to be able to put down some tracks for this. There were 4 songs that I needed vocal tracks for. So hopefully in the future, as I continue to release albums, my voice will get stronger, and I'll be able to be a little happier with what I put down. But
I hope so, because I want to listen to your new projects, the next ones. I'm just curious to listen to those 2 albums full, because I want to listen to all 10 songs on the new one, and all 8 songs on the previous one, and just enjoy. Like, put my earphones, the best ones, relax, and enjoy your music. That's the kind of music you do, that connect with us, and we just travel to another dimension. I love it. Worldly Girl. Let's go then. This is the last song we're going to explore. And after that, I want a message from you to the audience about your music, all right?
okay.
Let's go.
I wish I could put in words what you mean to me. I'd give up my life for you, throw my riches to the sea. How do I give to you this love you do not need? You are so worldly, girl, I know not how to please. Forget all the flowers, with time they wilt away. Forget the romantic nights, how soon I live with my broken heart and pray soon will mend. I've lost more than life itself, more than just a friend. How can I give to you and put myself at ease? You are so worldly, girl. I know not how to please. You are so worldly, girl. I know not how to please. You are so worldly, girl. I know not how to please.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. That was incredible. I'm almost crying here. Very heartbroken. But man, really, all those songs, I just loved all of them for real. And I will include some on my playlist. All right?
You're very kind. Thank you, Will.
Great. So, the last question, do you have a message for those that are just discovering your music right now, the audience?
Um, I hope that they enjoy it. I put it out hoping that others can connect with it. Um, I wrote all the songs. I'm going to be doing a lot of new stuff, and I one thing and once again I go back to Led Zeppelin and their influence on me. I always liked the way that each album came out. You never knew what to expect. You know, they were always different, and that's what I really respect out of Jimmy Page and his production skills or promotion. Yeah, production skills, and I want to do the same thing. In fact, I'm thinking about doing something a little more oriented towards electric guitar, a little more rockish on my next release, which probably will be out sometime early next year. I've got a lot of things going on this summer. Uh, I'm actually studying sync music, getting sync placements in commercial and TV. So I've kind of set that side aside. But if you're a young person coming up and you're wanting to do this, follow your dream, put it out there, and put in the work. Like I said, do the PR. It's an amazing time right now that you can put all this stuff on Spotify and around the world. My first release was heard in 53 different countries in 3 months, which was just blew me away because it's just like I said, when I grew up, we played live gigs at clubs and got heard by people in Dallas Fort Worth, and that was it.
Yeah, nowadays it's the digital era give us the chance to be heard around the world. That's amazing. And I will just take the opportunity to invite you and those at home too watching the interview. We have this platform for music distribution, and we help independent artists starting their careers uh, with music distribution for more than 150 music stores worldwide. And also, we place the music of those artists inside the servers of social networks. So the users can use those songs on the background of posts on stories, reels, on shorts, etc. The platform is pophits.co. If you go to pophits.co slash service, pophits.co slash services, you can find those services where you can create your account. And if you contact us, we can give free services for those in need of some help to start. All right. So just give a try. And for anyone in need of help, or you can suggest for those that are not watching the interview but need some help for music distribution. Okay, so we have to finish the interview. I can't believe I'm not in Texas, because I should be in Texas right now and visit you and also listening to your live performance. But come on, we have to finish. And was an honor for me to have you here, David, with a lot of experience to share with us and teach us as well. And I hope when you have new projects, new release, just come back to us and we can talk about it and have a very nice conversation again. All right.
You can bet I will, Will. I appreciate the opportunity through Super Pop and for your time to do this interview.
Great, great. Don't forget us. We are going to have um, a short video now, but don't turn it off, okay? I want to talk to you when we finish.
Okay.
Wait for me.